When you're trying to introduce a new idea or get an organization to change or adapt to a new idea, during that process, at many points, it's very helpful to kind of do a timeout and step back and reassess what's going on and look at how you might be able to refine your strategy. So in the beginning of the program, we were talking about, is this idea worth doing? Should I even bother with this project? And we had a list of questions. So I'd like to invite you to go back to that list with a few different twists. So the questions, the 5 basic questions: how much value do most people think this idea provides? Are people really seeing the value? Now, are they, if they're still seeing very low value, that might be a tip that you need to reassess your strategy and how you are communicating that. The second thing is, once people hear about the idea, do they want to contribute to it and add to it and make it better and support it or not? So if you're going out there and people hear about the idea and they really are into it and they're adding to your idea, that's a really good sign. If they're not, there's very low involvement, that's a signal. Do you still think it's possible? How much do you still want to do it? And are the next steps clear? So high, medium, low, medium, high. And based on how you rate these, for the low and the mediums, those are good areas to step back with your group and look at, what does that mean? What do we do next? The other thing is, I like this chart where when you've been out there meeting with people, advocating for your idea, there's one part of the chart where it's like seeing value, and the other part is people want to contribute and support to it. So if people are, they don't see the value and they don't want to contribute or support to it, 2 questions there would be, is it never likely? Is this never going to work? Or is it still really too early? Is the idea so different and so advanced that it's going to take a long time for the organization to catch up? Another thing is, if people see the value, but they don't want to contribute or support it, some questions you might want to ask is, what are the real obstacles? Remember earlier in the program Maria talked about the immunity to change. Have we really gotten the problem right? Do we have the 10%? So if some people see the value but not very many people want to support it, is our tribe too small? 10% is the tipping point, but do we maybe